What would you say to the people who want to sell their house but are holding off for whatever reason?
If you're thinking about listing and selling your house, list and sell your house. You have all the leverage still, and you're going to be able to get the deal you're looking for. So basically, if you're selling your house, you're still around here, you're going to get multiple offers. You're going to be selling at top market price, and you're going to be able to get benefits from the buyer. You're worried about purchasing your next house, you can ask your buyer to give you an extra 60 days. Or you can ask the buyer to not close on the house until you find suitable housing. So you might have 60 days, 90 days, or you might not have no timeline at all on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the buyer's going to give that to you in a lot of cases. They're still waiving a lot of home inspections, or the home inspections that are happening, they're for informational purposes only, or for repairs of 5,000 or 10,000 or more, or repairs for structural issues only. You're still getting people putting 20% down, 30% down, so they're waiving mortgage contingencies. You're still seeing some people waive appraisals. As the seller, this is a great time for you to list, and it's also a good time for you to buy, because you're able to get those benefits from the buyer saying, I'm going to give you time to find a house. Even though it's a little harder for you to find a house, you've got an extra 60 days to find it. And in reality, when you're actively looking for a house and you're under agreement, you're going to find a house.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to mention that obviously, your house still needs to be move-in ready.
Yeah.
You have to fix it up before you sell it. You can't expect to put a house on the market that hasn't had any updates or improvements done to it in 50 years and expect it to go like that.
It might still go quick, but it's not going to go top of the market. Typically what you're seeing is the house that's 100% move-in ready, it's been painted, it's been updated, everything's perfect. That house is getting 5 offers, sometimes even 8 offers still. The house that needs a lot of work, the floors need to be refinished, the kitchen's 40 years old, the furnace is 40 years old, they're still selling pretty quick, but they're not selling they're not pushing the market, top of the market. They might be going.
Some of them are sitting.
Some of them are sitting, some of them are having even a price drop.
Mm-hmm.
So the closer you can get your house ready to sell, like more move-in ready, the more advantages you're going to be able to
take
take.
advantage of that, because people who are fixing up their homes are selling really fast.
Yeah.
What would you say to the buyers who are holding off on looking for a home? Let's say their dream is to buy a home, but they're holding off because of the higher interest rates. What would you tell them?
So, barring a giant economic crisis like we had in 2007, where you're having thousands of foreclosures and a glut of properties hitting the market, and the economy crashing and just Armageddon, we're not going back to 3% interest rates anytime soon. Probably not in our lifetimes. Realistically, we're anywhere from 6.5% to 7% interest rate. That's an ideal interest rate. That's a healthy interest rate. Where we are now is where they always wanted it to be. You always want to be in this point where the banks are making money, you're making money, you can put money in your savings account, it's going to earn interest rate, you're not going to be making 0.01% off it. So this is actually a healthy rate. This is where you want to be. So they're going to want to try and keep it here.
Yeah, and if we go back to 3%, we could be in a pretty serious economic crisis, and you might have a low rate, but you might lose your job the following day.
So if we go back down to 3, we're looking at a very unstable environment. If you're thinking about buying, buy. Don't be afraid. I mean, don't look at what the interest rate is. Look at what your monthly payment's going to be. All right, so you're not going to buy the $900,000 house. You're going to buy a $700,000 house, or you're not going to buy a $400,000 house. You're going to buy a $300,000 house. It's not the rate, it's your monthly payment. Figure out what you can afford and then purchase the house you can afford.
And also a lot of lenders have some pretty good programs right now where even if you make a pretty nice amount of money, you can still get a lower rate with some of these programs. So if you're afraid of that higher rate, we did a video called Ways to Save on Your Home Loan, I think a couple of months ago.
Yep.
So take a look on our YouTube channel and you can get some ideas there, and we're always happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of programs there. I can fill you in a little bit on it, and more importantly, I can put you in touch with a lender who can just figure out what's going to be the best program for you.